What's music for me?
And she spoke words that would melt in your hands. And she spoke words of wisdom to the basement people, to the basement. Many surprises await you in the basement, people, in the basement. You heard that last time, you know we're gonna find you sick in the car seat, 'cause you're not up to going out on the main streets, completing your mission. You heard that last time, you know we're gonna find you sick in the.
We've been together a year. We got together by a studio I was working in. Tudor came in making hip-hop beats for a hip-hop artist who I was working with. And just I stole him basically from making beats with him. I knew Nick when he was a young lad playing guitar. A phenomenally talented guitarist, pinched him as well. So it was a theft operation. And yeah.
The musical Liam Neeson.
You got that moon on, so alive, yeah, that roof is so right. Feel the siren, the private beach, shouting, swelling. Watch that water waiting slow. A deep breath, we getting low. Classroom, you in the low tide, reading highlight, stay forever, forever, the right side.
We focus more on making the music, putting it online, enjoying the process, and hoping other people do the same.
It's become, you know, we're at that stage now where that is important. To be honest, I wish there was a secret trick to it or an easy way of doing it, but it's very much, you put it on SoundCloud and you tell all your friends to tell all their friends. SoundCloud, Twitter, Facebook's, it's part of the industry now and you have to do it.
I'd say our identity exists more in the music rather than the actual image itself. And when it comes to that changing, I think it's quite, it'll be quite crucial for us to change and evolve, and we all quite enjoy that. Even within we've only made 5-6 songs, and even within those songs you've seen a lot of progress and a lot of different elements coming in and out.
I don't know. However it happens, as long as we kind of do well, I'm sure it'll be fine whatever happens. If we kind of crash and burn, then that won't be a great story. But again, the typical way, you know, there's no quick rise or whatever. It'll just be a case of playing the right gigs and making the right songs and putting them out and
taking it step by step.
Yeah.
And making the best music we can and enjoying the entire thing. I think that's really important for us, is enjoying it while we do it.
Yeah.
A well-connected manager is ideal, and then ultimately when they do start to break, a label, I would say almost purely the financial backing that they offer, and then also the contacts they offer and the gravitas I'll kind of have behind them as well.
Cheers. Cheers, thank you. Yeah. Thanks, we're called Xy&o.
No, money definitely does talk. Okay, so here's my little example of it. A few years ago, the band I managed, the one I talked about, Two Fingers Firewater, we're just getting going, and we had a backer, a guy who was prepared to give us money to help us get underway. He was a hedge fund manager, so he managed money and was king rich. He was very rich. In the next door office was another guy who had a son who was in a band, and this guy was giving them money to get their profile made, and it cost him $1.5 million before they got signed to Island Records. our guy was spending like 30 grand here, 30 grand there. We never got signed to Island Records. And that band, the other guy's band, was Mumford and Sons. So he's got some kind of quasi-return on his investment, whereas the guy who funded us, because he wasn't prepared to really push it, the band folded because they didn't get to where they wanted to be, and that money in effect was wasted, whereas the Mumfords, of course, that investment's been returned many times over. So money does help. Can I tell you about 1,000 True Fans? Okay, 1,000 True Fans is a marketing plan for musicians that says you don't have to have 100,000 fans out there to make money out of your music. You have to have 1,000 true fans, because a true fan will spend about £100, $100 on his interest in you in a year. Going to concerts, buying records, buying the t-shirt, eating the cakes you make, whatever else it is. If you can find 1,000 people who will each spend $100, that you've got a $100,000 business per year, and you should be able to make a living at it.
I'd probably say a manager's quite an important part of the music industry, because the manager he'll help you get contacts, he'll help you meet people, he'll get you gigs, and at the end of the day that's what you need to make it and to get known by everyone that listens to your sounds. But I think record label's a bit of a gone cause. Not like going on record label it's good, but as you can see like here, like I've just done it all from here, like make your own little studio and then you're sort of done, because record labels are there to produce records. And yeah, they can financially, they can back you well with money, but at the end of the day, if you want to, do it yourself, you can. So record labels aren't actually that important for me.
I think there's still a lot you can do without a label. I think management is more important than a label to start with, obviously, because there's so many things that artists don't think about, which are the right way to do things. It's so important to kind of build a strategy behind campaigning for your music, be it through the marketing, through the timing, through the music itself. So I think to get management is crucial. A well-connected manager is ideal. And then ultimately, when they do start to break, a label, I would say, almost purely the financial backing that they offer. And then also the contacts they offer and the gravitas that I'll kind of have behind them as well.
I think to make any kind of money, i.e. being an entrepreneur kind of means you're going to try and make money at it. Very, very, very hard unless you find out if you come up with the next social media channel or whatever it is. But anyone going into the music business now, I actually once, this slight tangent, I remember talking to Two Fingers of Firewater saying, for God's sake, you should put a better show on, you're in the music business. And they went, no we're not, we're in music. So the word business actually to most of these guys is a complete turn off. They don't do it for business reasons. If you're an entrepreneur who wants to go into business, don't go into music.
I'd say to start off by practicing at open mic nights, karaoke nights if you don't play an instrument, get the feel for performing, and then hopefully if you can, start trying to by yourself, maybe getting Logic or GarageBand and creating your own tracks. And that way you don't have to pay money, you can just get a feel for it and decide what you want to do with it.
You kind of know that this is where your interest lies, or any interest actually, and you think like, yeah, that would be fun, just go out and do stuff. If you like music and you want to have some kind of career engineering it, just go out and record some bands, go out and do some live sound, just go out and do anything that you think would be fun, but also you'll be learning. And it's really, you know, when you're at university and when you're at college, it's not just about what you're learning in the lecture theatre, it's about so much more. Like, that's half of it, like, that's great that you learn all that stuff, but it's really, really just about, you know, the contacts you make and like putting extra effort into making what you're interested in what you're actually doing, basically.
What inspired me making music? I don't know, there's a list of things. Just going out, seeing people playing music and thinking that maybe one day that could be you, like someone playing your tracks to other people, like creating memories and moments for people without even realising all the hard work and sweat and tears that's gone into making a song. But I think most of all it's probably just being able to sit down and express yourself, like through like noises that don't even mean anything, and then you can just put them all together and have like basically like your brain, like everything you think about just in one giant like song, and then just share it around and see like, what everyone thinks of your brain.
Yeah, we're looking to make a lot more music and really expand upon, you know, our creative pursuit right now. I think that's the main thing, is make more, explore more, and eventually release more. Yeah.
So how did you guys enjoy your first gig?
Yeah!
It was good.